Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. With you, Mr. Muhammad Subh from Agyad Language School. Today we'll talk about Lesson 6 in Unit 1, rounding decimal. How can you round the decimal? And what is the strategies we will use to round a decimal? You have different strategies to round a decimal. The first strategy is midpoint strategy. How can you use this midpoint strategy to round a decimal? The first step, draw a vertical number line. Put the two numbers that given number lie between them. Put the two numbers that the given number lie between them. After that, put their midpoint. The last step, if the given number is at or above the midpoint, round up. And if the given number is below the midpoint, round down. Now, look to the example to understand more and more. This example say use midpoint strategy to round 19.7 to nearest whole number. So you write 19.7 to the nearest whole number. So ask yourself, 19.7 to the whole number is between two whole numbers. What is the whole numbers? 19.7 lie between them. 19.7 is lies between 19 and 20. So you put 19 down and 20 up. After that, what is the midpoint between 19 and 20? The midpoint is 19.5 or 19 and a half, which is called 19.5 in decimal. Now, look, 19.7 go above 19.5 or go down 19.5? Yes, it's above because this is 19.5 and 19.7, it's more than 19.5. It will be above. So the answer here is 19.7 above. So since 19.7 it's above 19.5, so it's close to be 20. So if you round 19.7 to the nearest whole number, it will be 20. So another example, this is example number B, 4.62 to the nearest tenth. Now you want to compare, you want to round this number to the nearest tenths. 4.62 to the nearest tenths. Ask yourself, if you want to know this number in tenths place, it lies between 4.6 and 4 point what? What is the tenth, or what is the two number which is this number lie between them, and this number will be in tenths place. So this number is lie between 4.6, the smaller one, and 4.7, the large one. Okay, what is the midpoint of these two number? The midpoint, it will be 4.65, 4.65 or 4.65 out of 100. Or you can use this way to know the midpoint. You can put 0 here and also 0 here. So ask yourself, between 60 and 70 you have 65. Now go to the number 4.62. It's a lie between these two numbers. It's above 6.5 or blue 6 or blue 4.65. So it's above the midpoint or below the midpoint? Yes, it's below the midpoint because this is 65, but this is 62, so it's smaller than. So you put here the number 6.4.62. It's below the midpoint, so it's close to be 4.6. So if you round this number to the nearest tens, it will be 4.6. Now you have another strategy to round. The strategy or the second strategy in round is called rounding rule strategy. Rounding rule strategy, you can keep it if you keep this rule. The rule say that find your place, go next door, 5 or more, add 1 more, 4 or less, just ignore. Find your place, go next door, 5 or more, add 1 more, 4 or less, just ignore. Find your place, go next door, 5 or more, add 1 more, 4 or less, just ignore. Now listen to me. Start to solve this example by using this rule. Using rounding rule strategy to round the decimal number 18.5376 to the nearest whole number one time, to the nearest tenth another time, to the nearest hundredths also another time, to the nearest thousandths. So you want to round this number in 4 different places by using rounding rule strategy. At the first, I want to round this number to the nearest whole number. So go to the rounding place or find your rounding place. What is the rounding place here? The rounding place is whole number is 8 or the ones. So after that, go to the next door. What is the next door? It's 5. I say 5 or more, add 1 more. So 5. So you want to add 1 more. Add 1 more to 8. The 8, it will be 9. So the answer, it will be 1, 9 means 19. And convert all these numbers to be zeros. So the answer, it will be 19. Convert, you put add 1 more, you put this is 9, and convert all this number to be zeros and all number to be zeros, so you can neglect it or ignore it. Now the next example, I want to round this number to the nearest tenth. I say go to the tenth place or the tenth place. Where is the tenth place? It's a 5. Go to the next door. What is the next door? Is 3. 5 or more, add 1 more, 4 or less, just ignore. So this is 3 is less than 5. 4 and less, it's less than 5, so you ignore and write 18.5 and ignore all this number. So the answer, it will be 18.5. Here in this number to the nearest hundredth. How can you compare to the nearest hundredths? Go to the hundredth place. The hundredth place is 3 and stop here and go to the next door. What is the next door? Is 7. 7, I say 5 or more. So 7, it's a more, add 1 more. So it will be 18. This 3, it will convert to be 4. And the answer, it will be 18.54. 18.54. Now to the nearest thousand. How can you compare to the how can you round to the nearest thousands? Where is the thousand place? The thousand place here is 7. Go to the next door. What is the next door? Is 6. 6, it's a, I say 5 or more, so 6 it's more. You can add 1 to 6 to 7, add 1 to 7, it will be 8. So the answer is 18.538. So to the nearest thousand, it will be 18.538. And thank you for all, and bye bye.